Good afternoon. Welcome to Muko. This is as evidenced by all of the people coming out of this teeny tiny station. Recently, like a hot place for quote unquote MZ, for like the younger Korean travelers doing domestic travel. So I'm gonna see what this place is all about. It's a beautiful kind of gloomy day today, my kind of beach day. And then tomorrow should be lovely. I'm staying over one night, but I'm also really hungry. So bathroom, food, there's a ton of just tiny little shops that are like specialized in Muko souvenirs, like this tiny little town that was pretty much dead until recently. It just seems, I don't know, I'm intrigued. Everyone is here like taking the cutest little family photos in front of the station, and everyone is just so joyful to be at a little beach town. And I am from a beach town that is famous for its pines. So I feel right at home. I love the east coast of Korea. An easy little KTX ride. Let's go, I'm starving. Okay, food has been had. I'm feeling human again. Welcome to Muko. I'm really surprised by how bustling it is. I've heard not to come on weekends, just like as a warning. But I'm surprised by like the amount of locals. It seems like the Sijang is quite busy. I had my pick of the kalguksu places. So far, so good. So I'm gonna head up to, there's like a village, which I'll describe once we get there, but they've got kind of like a lighthouse at the top of this hill, and the village underneath it has become kind of a hub for cafes and little craft stores and things like that. Stray cats, I've heard. So we're gonna go there, but I hope that you can see how easy it is to get around Korea, explore outside of Seoul, maybe outside of your comfort zone, which is why I want to give a shout out to the sponsor of this video, which is Seoul. Seoul is an eSIM provider, so you can get data plans for, I think they have over 190 countries and or regions. And what's great about Seoul compared to other eSIMs is that you just have one app, you download one eSIM, and then you can load different plans onto that. So if you know that it works the first time, it's always going to work. So there's that kind of peace of mind instead of like landing in a country, turning on your eSIM and hoping it works. With Seoul, you can load it before, you can turn it on before and check things. It really just chills me out, especially because my parents rely heavily on eSIMs and it's really easy for them to use. You know how important I think solo traveling is, but please don't do it without data. Please just get an eSIM. It just gives you such a peace of mind to be able to look at your map even. So I will have a link and a code in the description box. You can go to seoul.com/carrycakes or use the code carrycakes to get 15% off of your Seoul data plans. I've been using Seoul for years. I've used them in so many different countries. They are the eSIM that I make my parents use when they travel. You can get a plan based on a country. You can get a plan based on a region. If you're doing a Euro summer, a wonderful service keeping you safe and making travel easier. So once again, I will have a link and code in the description box, seoul.com/carrycakes, 15% off. So I might get another coffee because I slept really, really hard on the train and I need something to kick me in the butt. And then let's make our little climb. Oh, there's also a little youth market. There's so much to do. I'm sorry. We're gonna go to a youth market before that, which is another little cluster of local craft people selling things. and then we're gonna climb the hill. Okay, welcome to Muko. Thank you so much to Seoul. Information in the description box. That kalguksu was so good, but it had so many carbs. I need caffeine. So let's go to, I think, Caramel Station. Unfortunately, like because this is such a trendy place with like a very specific demographic of people, there is like a route that you take. And I saw people on the train like with it written on their phone. You get off the train, you get a Hookimja coffee at Roundabout, which is unfortunately closed today. Carmel Station is another cafe that is on the list, and I'm a little intimidated. Hopefully it's not busy. Yeah, just as a warning, this is, as some trendy places are, tends to have a bit of a line in certain places, but let's go. This is lovely. This was a really nice market, actually. Okay, these are cute. Wait, okay, coffee. Coffee acquired. Taste test. Not exactly Donghae, but Gangneung, which is just a little bit to the north of here. They're very famous for their coffee. Gangneung, well, I've made many videos about how much I love Gangneung. It's famous for its pine trees, its coffee, and its tofu, and its beach. Name a more perfect place. This is quite yummy. Okay, Muko, okay, Donghae. Now, let's walk through that market again. Those women are gonna be so sick of me. I walked by the same stall like 3 times and they've all said hello. Let's go look at some things and then climb a hill, get a pretty view, and then just enjoy this weather. I feel so Californian right now in my cardigan, but also my sandals. The toes are out. Okay, let me focus. Let me not get hit by cars. Okay, a little noisy, but this entire space is for like the youth for their crafts. So let's go look. All of these look so cool. So many of these stores are like self-checkout. A film tour. What? This is so cool. Wait. What is It's a succulent made of sea glass. If you want to go to this cat cafe, just letting you know. Okay, actually though, these swallows are insane. I think they're swallows, the one with the two tails. They're everywhere and they're like not scared to go right at your head. I just almost got my eye taken out. Whoa, let me try. They move so fast. Let me try and get them on camera. These little guys are just like dive bombers. They're everywhere. Oh God, oh my God. So I promised you a little explanation of why we're here. So Muko used to be kind of like Pohang, a pretty popular port in like the 70s, and then it just slowly declined. But in 2020, unfortunately. They opened a KTX route to Donghae, stopping at Muko, so it kind of became a more easily accessible place on the East Coast, a little bit less crowded than Gangneung, etc. So it slowly began. That sounds like artillery. Like, that sounds like I'm pretty sure it's just construction or a train, but I don't know if this picked it up, but anyway. But then they also created this place, which is called the Muko Dungdae Damhwa, which is, as I mentioned, the area surrounding the lighthouse. And basically they had the locals, like artists, interview the people who lived here, usually like much elderly people, recorded their life story and then made murals about them all up and down this route. So it's kind of a cool, like, you can learn a little bit about the area as you're hiking up. There's really cool murals of like the grandmas and the people who used to work at the ports and things like that. So it's worth, well, I say that as I'm halfway, it's worth the hike, and it's just a really pretty view. So let's go to the top. This place is quite famous for the owner being a little lovingly eccentric. She just loves figurines and art. And let's look. Oh my god. Hi. So this, what is it called? Mukoya souvenir store, Sanmurkage gift shop. This is a really, really popular one. And I was like, why is there no line? Because it's closed today, which is fine. I would have just spent money here. They, similar to the other places we went in, have a lot of like local photographers and like Muko specific kind of gifts. So it looks really cute. I have, like I said, I have seen lines though, if you come on the weekends, so be aware. But there are obviously a lot of things in that store that he did not make, but there is a whole section of like tiny little ceramics that he makes. And I got one that's a little bit less polished, a little less finished. It's a little house. It just called to me. So yeah, that was fun to just kind of look around. And right next door, give these people a sec. I don't even quite remember what I was saying. Oh, right next door, there is like a cool place that serves like makgeolli and pajan and things like that, like tteokbokki. So if you're like with your friends and you want to grab a little bite to eat, that also has a really beautiful view. This is so peaceful. I am so high above the horizon. Let me do a couple zoom shots for you, but yeah, this is pretty much Muko. I'm gonna go down to the beach by my guest house in a second, but it's just chill and beautiful. So let's take in the view. If anyone knows this white tree is, it smells so good. So I'm slowly, carefully making my way down We're gonna walk by the beach. The sun came out. It wasn't supposed to be out. This is so nice. There were people coming up and they were like, are we going the right way? And everyone was like, yeah, you got it. It's very cute. I've had such a good day. Maybe we'll get an ice cream and then we'll head to my beach. I don't know if it's far enough to take a bus or just a casual stroll. Sponsor me, Clarks. I'm doing all this in my Clarks, like chunky sandals, my summer shoe for the past like 5 years. Not sponsored. Here, I'll show you the tree. This, whatever you are, you smell glorious. Carlsbad. Obviously they're shooting what's behind me, but this is like a really popular photo spot. That's crazy. Welcome to my room. I'll do wide, little studio. Perfect for one night. And I got my own little ocean view. The seagulls are getting a little too close, a little too aggressive. Going inside for some tea, but still getting ocean view. Okay, two things really quick. Number one, it's sunset. Why am I red? It's sunset, but it also got less cloudy, so it's suddenly a lot brighter, which is interesting. Number two, whatever that tree is that smells so good and vaguely of wisteria, it's everywhere. All of the mountains are covered in it. I've never smelled air so floral. Like, I'm nowhere near. The closest greenery is over there. I am nowhere near where I should be smelling flowers, and it's more floral than it is salty. This is the most magical little place. I'm so happy. Okay, well, I'm now going to go into this E-Mart, buy a couple snacks. Because everything here kind of closes. I might sit on the beach for another second, and then I'm gonna head in so that I can just like shower and watch the water from my room. But the E-Mart is so cute. It's in this little, like, it looks like a East Coast little house. Let me show you. Not them blasting neurotic. Under my skin. They're just playing like my era of K-pop. This is insane. This is killing me. Can you hear it's Nali Nali Na or whatever? That's right next to my pension. I wonder if I will be up all night. You know what? Won't be mad. I guess I'm just so used to sunsets over the water because I'm from the West Coast, but to see like the sand is getting so bright because that's like the last place, like it's darker back there because the sun is the furthest away, you know? I don't think I've ever seen like an East Coast beach sunset on a gloomy day. It feels like it's the afternoon, like it's brighter than it was a couple hours ago because the sand is so bright. What? Never done experiencing new things, I guess. And the ocean, let me zoom in. The water got so blue. Look at that. Ugh, I love you, ocean. Okay, I have a wild update for you guys. So I looked up that flower. It's called black locust. It's native to North America, but they introduced it to various parts of Asia. Don't try to come in my room. There's one of those swallows right outside of my window, peeking in. Please don't even try. But it turns out they're really good for stopping erosion. Whatever. Regardless, there's a ton of it in this area. And what's crazy is that the smell, for some reason, is strongest at dusk. So when I came out of that cafe at dusk and I was like, whoa, I've never smelled something that strong before, it's because it's at its strongest right then. Isn't that magical? Anyway, so it's getting dark. I'll show you. It looks brighter on camera, but it's getting dark. I'm going to probably just like wash my face, get in bed, read my book, listen to the waves. So I'm gonna log off here, but I'll see you tomorrow. We're going to, I'm gonna try and wake up early and maybe see the sun rise. And then I think I'm gonna try and head to this temple that is like on the coast, which could be really pretty. But then we need to get back to Seoul because my friend just launched a jewelry line and she's having her first pop-up, which is very exciting. And she lives in the US, so I don't get to see her often. So we need to get on a 2 p.m. train. But what a beautiful day. You could honestly, it is now 7:20 and I caught kind of like dilly-dally, lollygagged. You could do this at a day trip. I also got here at 1:30 p.m. So yeah, I would recommend coming on a Thursday because most things here seem to be closed on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Today, the day that I'm here is a Thursday. I've heard some iffy things about the weekend getting a little bit crowded, but it seems like Thursday is like the right amount of people, you know? So anyway, I'm going to see you tomorrow for sunrise. Thank you so much for joining me on this leg. And just what a beautiful day. Okay, good night. Also, in the brief second that there's a break in the wind, it's supposed to be really windy today, as it always is on the East Coast. So if I don't talk a lot, that's why. But oh man, because of the sun and these windows, it's like a little hothouse in here, but gorgeous. Oh my gosh. So I just got a little of their sokumbang, but it's like in a loaf form, and I'm just gonna sit here for a sec, look at the ocean. It is windy, but so beautiful outside. There's so many people running, like young people running. So interesting. But yeah, so we're gonna head to a temple, like I said. Gonna get maybe, hopefully, a nice lunch. Some of this I might not be talking because I might have to bike. I might have to use a bicycle if there's one nearby. So welcome to our last couple hours in Muko in Donghae. I had a wonderful time. So let's eat. Okay, hey, so where were we? We stayed kind of more like right here. Had breakfast here. I'm currently right about here. And we're thinking of going here. I think I'm gonna walk at least until Muko station. And then we'll see if I can get, there aren't many buses, but if there is a bike or whatever, head down here. And then I think I'm gonna take the KTX home from Donghae station. It goes to Muko. It goes like but we'll see. It's just really beautiful outside. Also, like I said, that entire mountain thing is that really good smelling flower. I'm just having a lovely time walking, actually, so we'll see. Gotta say, 10 out of 10 bus ride. I don't know if it's just because the clientele is usually older, but sometimes certain cities, the buses are like Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. This one, he waited for everyone to sit down, or he waited, like people got up to get off of the bus once the bus stopped. You were not rushed. Lovely. So now we're walking to the temple. I'm just gonna kind of go with the flow, but to the beach. Own little private beach, and I'm trying to get to the temple, but there are fences, like electric shock fences everywhere because of the trains, so I'm scared to touch anything. But I think I go this way, but this whole thing is, this little cove is just empty. got more time than I thought, so I'm going to try to go to that lunch place. All right, time to head to the station. It looks like some rain is rolling in. Ooh. I took a taxi over here, and the driver was so nice. And I told him, I was like, hey, I just said like in Korean, I was like, 요즘 muko, and he was like, yeah, it's trendy now. I was just like, oh, lately muko, and he was like, I know what you're gonna say. Yeah, it's a hot place. And he started naming all these places. I was like, yeah, I was here yesterday, and he was like, what? It's just so great. It's so beautiful here. And it was just so nice. We were able to chat. And anyway, now I'm going to the train station. I'm going to sleep so hard on the train. I literally almost fell asleep in the cafe. I'm so excited. So I'll see you once I board.
So pretty, so I could talk about it all night. My boy's so nice to me. Doesn't matter what I do with my time. My boy's so pretty, could go on and on about him all night. My boy's so good to me. Think I might just let him ruin my life. Why would I ever wanna wake up in the morning without him? It all just seems so boring.
We did it. We are back in Seoul after a beautiful day in Muko. I loved that. Highly, highly recommend. Again, I'm not sure how it looks like on the weekends, but a weekday, Thursday, that was so nice. So anyway, I'm gonna leave you here because now I have to run to my friend's little pop-up event. But thank you once again so much to Seoul for sponsoring this. You can use my code CarryCakes. Go to seoul.com/carrycakes to get 15% off of your Seoul data plans. If you want to do more solo traveling or just like expand your comfort zone when you are out and about, get an eSIM while you're traveling, please. Have data. All right, thank you so much to Seoul, and I will see you guys on our next adventure. I think I have one more spot. I'm trying to like hit a bunch of outside of Seoul places before it gets unbearably hot. So I have one more place that I definitely want to go this month, which is exciting. Ooh, the light changed. So I'll see you then. See if you can guess it. Yeah, I will catch you in a bit. Thanks as always for joining me, and welcome back to Seoul. Bye.